Let's run the floor, beginning in Los Angeles, where Chet Holmgren was awesome.
Hooping.
30 points and 14 rebounds, and the Thunder clinched the NBA's best record with a 128-110 win over the Clips. SGA finished with 20. It's his 140th straight game of at least 20 points. OKC has now won 19 of 20 to earn the West's #1 seed for the third straight season. Meanwhile, in San Antonio, no Wemby because of that rib contusion, but De'Aaron Fox led the way. He had 25 as the Spurs beat the Blazers 112-101. Spurs are 28-3 since the beginning of February. They're now locked into the 2 seed in the West. Oh, and then there's these guys. In Denver, Nikola Jokic and the Red Hot Nuggets are moving closer to clinching the 3 seed. After beating the Grizzlies 136-119, Denver has won 10 straight games for the first time in 13 years. Jokic, a quiet 14 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists, another triple-double. It was his 34th triple-double of the season, tying his career high from last season. It is now tied for the 4th most in a season. Ties that with Russell Westbrook, who did it in 2018 and 2019. Monica, it's another amazing season out of him. Are we underappreciating what Jokic is doing out in Denver?
Yes, good gracious, we are. And I get it. Wemby has come along and captivated the hearts of basketball fans. Just, matter of fact, people everywhere, because what he's done looks so extraterrestrial. But here's this guy that is just giving you a triple-double, who has been able to maintain the core of his team that allowed him to win a championship 2 seasons ago, has only gotten better, and this team is rounding out into form in terms of getting healthy and rattling off 10 wins down the stretch of the season. Now, Schrager, Vinny, they do have to play both OKC and San Antonio to finish out the regular season. However, I've said this all along. If you told me who can upset the apple cart as far as this run that the Spurs are on, I'm like, y'all, you cannot overlook
and
Denver.
If they're the 3 seed, they'll have to get through likely those 2 teams in the playoffs as well. You were saying on the pre-production call about his statistical prowess to see like just how unprecedented this is.
Yeah, I'm not a slave to the stats all the time, but leading the league in assists and rebounds in the same season, y'all, this is just something that we haven't quite seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, man.
And he's won 3 MVPs, so he's historically appreciated. But this season itself will go historically unappreciated. He doesn't have the story. Like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a story. Victor Wembanyama has the story, but he is still the best player in the game.
Steady.
And he has 7 3-point shooters around him. The one thing you want to give Jokic is space to operate and one defender in his face, even if that's Victor Wembanyama. Did you see that shot that scraped?
Come on,
Over 7
Schrager, come on, up here.
It scraped the Lord, y'all. He's going to have 0 issues with him in the 7-game series. Who knows what's going to happen?
I'm not going to say 0 issues.
No, I'm saying he's going to have 0 issues.
Okay, all right.
I'm not saying they're going to have 0 issues.
Yeah.
We're going to have a mano-a-mano, I think, in the second round in ways that we don't often
I think it's a great question for you because we've been talking about Spurs and Thunder all season, 2-horse race. We now have a legit, and it's ironic with his horses, with his love for horses, but a third horse in this race. Can the Nuggets spoil this Thunder Spurs Western Conference Finals we've been looking at?
Okay, so I'm always bad at projecting ahead, but right now, what are they? 3? So they would get Minnesota first, which is not a given, right? Then after Minnesota, they would go 1.
San Antonio.
They go San Antonio. Okay, excuse me. Yes, I think they could. I really do. My qualm with San Antonio has just been the fact of what we see most consistently in the NBA. It is so rare for a team with 0 collective experience and a first-time head coach in the postseason to go and make it happen. On the other end of that, you've got experience, you've got unique enough talent, Joker or Wemby, whichever one you want, incredibly unique, literally changing the game. Those 2 match up in that series. You've got great guard play on both sides, but to me, the pendulum swings in the favor of the Nuggets because they won a championship 2 years ago. Like they know
and
the 20-game
stretch. And they took the Thunder to
stretch.
7 games last year.
And you know what? And you know what else? It just came to me. If they get to the finals, it will be one of the greatest team runs we've ever seen. Just getting there. Okay, you beat Minnesota with
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, Rudy
Well,
Gobert,
if
and all
this
those guys.
holds, right?
If it holds.
Right.
Then you go and play San Antonio, 60 wins. Then you go and if you beat the Thunder, defending champion Thunder, 60 wins. The last time I could think of that is probably the Houston Rockets of Hakeem Olajuwon. Big man, lot of shooters.
Otis Thorpe.
Yeah.
No, that was Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler second year. But good pool. I like the pool. Someone's been talking to Himbo. That's what that is. But no, that's the road that is facing them. If they are to get there, the West is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Get your sleep now, because we ain't sleeping until June.
Now, and to be fair, you could look at this and say, people might be sleeping on Minnesota as well. Whoever is the last team standing in the West is going to go through a bloodbath. But when you look at it, to me, one of the differentiating factors in such a tightly contested series is going to be experience.
Was Otis Thorpe part of that Portland trade? Is that what it was?
He was part of the Portland trade.
Okay.
Look at Peter.
Go ahead, Drake. Throughout the series.
The Celtics are 2 in the East. Meanwhile, the Thunder, they have the top overall seed in the NBA, which of course means home court advantage throughout the playoffs. Monica, in your estimation, how much weight does that hold as OKC looks for a repeat?
Well, Strikey, while we have had 7 different champions, the last time we did have repeats, they also were in this same position in terms of taking that #1 seed home when you look at what the Golden State Warriors have done. And so the chips are stacking up for this team to actually be the first to repeat in quite a while. Look, I think this team is as good as advertised. Maybe they still don't get enough credit in terms of how they're able to kick it up a notch now that we're striking postseason. I'm not ready to say the Thunder versus the field, but they are certainly aligning just so to be the repeat champions.
They're looking to be only the 5th team in NBA history to have the league's best record and win the championship in back-to-back seasons. Haven't seen it since Jordan's Bulls in that second three-peat run. And Monica's wearing a Bulls red top today.
And that was
that's
what she said.
That was about the
Is
last
it?
time we saw Monica McNutt in person, too.
It's been a minute.
You know what, guys? Don't do that. It's good to see you.
Mid-90s.
Don't do that. Thanks, Monica.
The Marriott housekeeping.
I think that's smart. I think that's just good strategy because we heard what happened to her last one.
Toby.
Gone
too soon. Gone way too soon. He was 11. Sucked.
He was 11?
I was 11 when that happened.
Oh, I thought Toby was 11.
He might have been 11 because I got him when I was a baby.
Can I also tell you one other thing, just between you and I?
Yeah, sure.
Smallest things, it's ridiculous. She just will never hate.
Yeah, she's really being a coward here.
Clearly thinks
she's a wonderful friend.
That's why
she's entitled to her opinion, as you are.
She hasn't given an opinion.
Pat, what do you always say? Don't yuck my yum. Isn't that what you always say?
She's still deflecting. You see this?
I like that.
So I'm not going to trash something that is very important to her. It clearly is an important thing in her life. And even though I don't share those same sentiments about my own life, that does not mean I'm going to rip her for
You
it.
think she's weird. Just say it.
I don't think it's weird. I think people probably think it's weird when I roll up to a hotel room with an eye mask and mouth tape and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Wow. My eyes are hurting from so much deflection.
I think we need to put this on the poll and let the people weigh in.
I put some of it
Evan
out
put
there.
it out on his Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. My daughter's 9. She has basically a stable of stuffed animals and a boppy, like a little blanket thing.
What's a boppy?
Like a little.
See, I never had that. I had stuffed animals, and I liked to arrange them when I was a kid. I would put them in descending order. I always liked to make them very organized, but I phased out of that.
I still have my blanket from when I was a little kid.
I don't have any stuffed animals anymore.
Last night, my daughter's door is closed. It's 8 something, whatever it is. I hear her talking. I said to my wife, "Who is she talking to?" Like, did she take her iPad? She goes, "Her stuffed animals."
Aw,
that's
imagination.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's creativity.
Courtney does that too.
No, I don't.
Do you talk to your stuffed animals?
No.
Have you? Do you say goodnight to it?
No, I mean, he doesn't speak.
Thanks, Courtney. Thanks for pointing out that the stuffed animal doesn't
Courtney,
speak.
you said he doesn't speak, but you said he knows where he stands in the pecking order. So obviously
because it goes with me everywhere.
Because you're communicating
The Stitch
with
doll doesn't go